How's the tour so far?
Great. It's actually coming to an end with this lineup, but it's been going great. I mean, with just teaming up with Korn and doing this whole double, headliner and flip-flopping each night. It's been a powerful bill. The kids come out and they get two big heavyweights like us out there just tearing it up, and more bang for their money.
Okay. Why did you choose Korn to co-headline with you?
Well, a lot of it was just having the weight of that tour. We've toured with them before in the States. We've done Ozfest with them before. We did Pop Sucks tour with them, which was their tour back in, I think it was probably 2002 or so, and or 2003. And we ran into the guys over the summer. They were passing through Chicago, and we kind of were talking to Jonathan after the show and said, hey, instead of us always going out separately, it's a tough times right now with the economy. Why don't we just team up, give the kids a bigger show? And it was just kind of a no-brainer. I think we just both realized that we would do better if we just teamed up. Just kind of just more power, more strength to that tour.
Why tonight there's no In This Moment? Because the band was with you, I think, in the U.S. Do it some problems like Seven Dust, or they can't come to Canada?
You know what? It's not really clear to us why. I'm not sure if there was, I'm just speculating. I'm not sure if they have issues getting across the border or not. I don't know if their crew do. I don't know if they just had other plans or other arrangements of the tour. All we know is that that's all they could commit to was doing the U.S. run. So we've only had five or six Canadian dates on this run. I'm not sure if it wasn't financially worth it for them to come over, or they had other, like I said, maybe other plans.
Okay. You're just passing by Quebec, not Montreal. Yes. Why? This is because you will be headliner at the Heavy Montreal, or it's because that Korn was headliner last year at the Heavy Montreal? Or just because we are awesome?
Well, of course, because you guys are awesome. Of course, that's going to be our answer. But no, probably a combination of those things. If Korn was just here, then there's probably no reason to go just yet. And if we're coming there soon anyways, so we just, a lot of it is just strategizing with our management and our booking agent of saying we should hit these markets along the way, and Quebec City's been, on our map, for a while. We've been coming back, and we plan to keep coming back. And I think with the turnout that we're going to have tonight, it definitely solidifies that this is a market that we're going to always come back to.
Because you were here in 2009, outside was really cold. And I was there at the first show at the Capitol. Do you like more smaller venue or a big venue like here, like an arena show?
Well, I think now that we've built up a great following here and we can sell out arenas like this, we definitely don't mind it. It also does really well for us on this particular tour because we're bringing out the largest production that we've ever brought to Canada before. Okay. So we're excited about being here and excited to show everybody a level of Disturbed that you haven't seen before.
You're happening tonight? Everybody's talking on Facebook, Twitter, the Quebec show. There's some people that just come out from Montreal that are waiting outside right now. So that's really great. How is it to co-headline? Because I think you're gonna play just 1 hour. It's just maybe difficult to choose some songs between your 5 CDs, or just
that's probably the biggest problem when you have a show like this, when you only got about an hour, is we have to try and choose within an hour's time frame of what are the best songs to play. So it could be challenging at times, but at the same time it gives the fans 1 hour of just nonstop, brutal in your face. Here we are. Here's the best songs we got. Boom, and then we're off stage, and then Korn's on, or vice versa, because we flip flop from night to night.
Okay, but tonight you're headlining.
Yes.
Okay. David just got some vocal problems last year. How it is in a band to deal with that? Just to cancel shows and just redo songs.
It gets frustrating for us because when David gets a vocal issue, it's tough as somebody who uses their body as an instrument. Your instrument is your body, and when you get sick or it's touring is not the most healthiest environment. So when your body breaks down, it affects him on the road, and it's just a natural thing, and sometimes it happens. It gets frustrating for us because when that does happen, then it seems like every interview we do, everybody wants to know, what about David's voice, and it gets kind of a pain in the neck answering these questions. But I mean, everybody wants to know, and he's healthy, and he's strong, and he's having a great tour, and we're happy to be here doing our thing.
Okay, just wanted to know.
No, it's all good.
For you, not for David. Okay. Do you have a favorite song to play live ever in all the Disturbed CDs? Just one that you cannot just say, no, we can't play, we couldn't play that, or I just want to play that song.
I think probably the song everyone expects us to play is Down With The Sickness. It's our biggest anthem to date, and I think if we didn't play it on stage, there'd be a lot of people that were disappointed.
Okay, but you, maybe you have a favorite song?
Well, when it comes to us, it sounds like a cop-out when we answer it this way, but the truth is, every song is like our children, and you know, you love all your children equally. You can't pick your favorite, so.
Yeah, I think, I mean, definitely. I mean, we're such a personal attachment to each song for us. But you know, I've always thought too, like, once a band is around for a long enough time, do they get sick of playing, you know, the old songs, Down With The Sickness or Stupefy and that? And realistically, I mean, it's not like it's a song that I'll sit at home and play in my bedroom just because I feel like playing it. But when we hit the stage and the second mic goes into that drum beat and people recognize it, it keeps the life in that song for us, because the adrenaline and the roar of the crowd makes it fun to play every night. So it's definitely, I know there's some bands that probably refuse to play those songs that help put them on the map, but you know, we embrace it. It's kind of the song that helped us, you know, it was a stepping stone. It was helped launch and give an identity to the band, and we are thankful for that, you know. And you know, so like I said, when we start that song, we get a reaction out of the fans. It definitely gets the blood flowing even more.
When you started Disturbed, do you think that at the time will be that big? Millions of records sold, #1 record?
Yeah, I think we knew right away we were going to be huge. You know, I'm joking. No, kidding. I mean, we all wished. I mean, we always, you know, just as fans of music and going to concerts. I mean, there's times where me and Mike were at, you know, a Pantera concert back in Chicago, and we're in the crowd, and we hear that first, you know, opening chord and just the power behind, you know, the guitar. And just in the room, and we just look at each other and just wish that we would ever get that opportunity. And you know, speaking for myself, I mean, I always had high expectations of feeling that if you work hard enough for it, that you could achieve what you want. And we've all shared that same work ethic of, you know, we're kind of a Midwest blue collar, you know, working guys. We were brought up that way, and we're used to breaking down walls our whole career. And when you get success from that and you have a long career out of it, you appreciate it more when you know you earned it and you worked for it. And we, you know, it's just a lot sweeter success.
That's my question here. Why you did Shout cover, Tears for Fears, on The Sickness, and you did Land of Confusion. Why not doing covers right now? Because they are awesome. You keep the spirit of the song into a Disturbed song.
Yeah, I mean, we put a hidden track on this album. We did U2, Still Haven't Found What I'm Looking For, on this album. We do them simply because we could do whatever we want to do, you know, and there's no rules in music. We liked picking songs that were unexpected. We like picking songs that's going to be, you know, challenging for us to kind of turn them around and put our stamp on it, and that's what we did. We started doing Shout, you know, back in the late '90s before we had our record deal. We just said, hey, let's do something that's going to kind of challenge us to try to take a song that's not a heavy metal song already, but we can relate to it. You know, lyrically, it was just you know, it was a good song, and same with Land of Confusion, and we thought that we could musically put our stamp on it and turn it into our own.
Okay, what's next for 2011?
Just more touring here. We're going to finish this up. We're going to go to Australia, New Zealand. There was the potential of New Zealand being canceled because of the earthquake that they had not too long ago. But we kind of, put our foot down with our agent and our management and said, no, those kids want a show and they may need a show right now. And we wanted to make sure that we honored that. The tickets were already up for sale, and we said, figure out a way to get us there, and we want to play this. So we're going to do those Australia, New Zealand. We're going to come back home and then go to Europe for some festivals in June, and then another big headlining run in the States for the Mayhem Tour. That'll be us, Godsmack, Megadeth, Machine Head, just a huge lineup of bands. Yeah, so we'll be up in Montreal with it, and then we'll probably just finish out maybe mid-August. It looks like we might be wrapping things up for the year.
Hey, what's up? This is Mike,
and this is Dan from Disturbed, and you're listening to Rock 100.9.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Rock 100.9.